Welcome to Madison City Channel's Know Your Candidates interviews, co-sponsored by the League of Women Voters of Dane County. I'm your interviewer, Kathleen Fullen, and I would like to introduce Kalvin Barrett, running for Dane County Sheriff. As we begin, please give an opening statement about the educational, vocational, and civic experience you have, which prepares you for this office, and why you are running for sheriff.
Well, thank you for having me, Kathleen. I'm honored to stand before you or be here as the Dane County Sheriff. I think my qualifications start at the beginning with where I grew up in Southern California, which is one of the most diverse places in the country. Growing up in San Diego, I was able to be exposed to a very diverse group of classmates, teachers, and a culture that really is representing what we need here throughout the rest of the United States of America. I have a bachelor's degree in sociology from the University of Wisconsin, a master's degree in criminal justice. I'm an educator at Madison College in the Criminal Justice Studies program and a full-time instructor in the Law Enforcement Academy. For the past 5 years, I've been blessed with the honor to serve as the Dane County Sheriff. So I believe that the totality of my education, my career advancement, my life experiences, being an African-American man in America, being an educator, a trainer, and the 5 years as sheriff has properly prepared me to run for the next 4 years as sheriff.
Thank you. What challenges and opportunities do you see in the opening of the addition to the jail?
I think that's a great opportunity. We have fought very hard over the past 2 decades to have a safe, humane, and rehabilitative jail facility. I've been blessed with the opportunity to kind of run the last leg to get the jail moved forward in 2022 to start the project. The jail will offer a rehabilitative, safe, and humane facility for individuals to serve their time in our community. This is very important as we really focus on at the Sheriff's Office rehabilitation. Our goal is to focus not just on accountability and enforcing of the law, but also rehabilitating and helping building people up while they're incarcerated. So there's a warm transfer back into the community. This new jail will have educational spaces, faith-based areas, classrooms, a full medical and mental health area, which we currently don't have now. So the opening of this jail will provide individuals to be rehabilitated and to get back into the community, built up and better and not bitter and broken.
Thank you. Are there additional actions the Sheriff's Office can take to reduce the jail population?
Absolutely. There are many things that we've done. The first thing that we've done is really focusing on the serious crimes that drive violence here in our community. And working with our partners here, the other agencies, we've done a great job. I'm sure everyone's heard that Madison Police Department has seen a significant drop in their violent crime. Out in the rural parts of the community, we have seen the same exact drop in violent crimes as well. All of the crimes are on a downward trend, even setting a 3-year low mark. So what we can do is continue to focus on rehabilitation efforts in the jail, but also balance accountability with that rehabilitation. We have done many things to help with that, including sending all of our jail residents who are sentenced to Huber or work release out on GPS monitoring. In fact, we've provided housing for those individuals because we identified that the number one reason people weren't getting out was because they did not have housing. So that is something we've done to lower the jail population. We've implemented our medication assistant treatment program, which focuses on those who are experiencing opioid use disorder. We have Vivitrol, and we have other programs, at least 39, that focus on sending individuals back into the community again, built up and better and not bitter and broken.
Thank you. The Dane County Sheriff's Department does not currently collaborate with the federal government to enforce federal immigration laws through the 287G program. Mm-hmm. Do you support this policy, and why or why not?
I support this policy 100%. In fact, I was one of the first sheriffs to come out and speak against the 287G program. For the past 5 years as the sheriff and beyond that, we have not cooperated with ICE or with the 287G program. We believe that we want to build relationships and eliminate barriers with our immigrant community, not build barriers. And that is what I believe if we are out there doing federal immigration enforcement, that's what we do. That's what we will be doing. We do not want people hesitating and calling 911 when they need help because they're worried the deputy showing up is going to ask for their immigration status. Currently, our sheriff's office does not ask individuals of their immigration status when we make routine contact with them, as well as I was the first sheriff to speak out in the state of Wisconsin against Senate Bill 57, which was pushed forward by our GOP here in Wisconsin, that would mandate sheriffs cooperate with ICE, not only with enforcement, but with housing as well. I spoke out against that, and Senate Bill 54 actually passed the legislation and was thankfully vetoed by our great governor, Tony Evers. So I am been ahead of the curve when it comes to not cooperating with federal agencies that continue to build or continue to create barriers for our immigrant community. Last year, I also eliminated our involvement with the SCAP, the State Criminal Alien Assistance Program, which provided historical data to federal agencies of our jail population. I ended that last year knowing where our current federal government was going to go and what they were going to do and how they were going to weaponize ICE and create fear for our immigrant community. So I've been at the forefront of this, and I'll continue to be at the forefront as your sheriff for the next 4 years.
Okay. Is there more you would like to see the Sheriff's Office do to address the needs of residents with mental health and substance abuse disorders?
Absolutely. It is a terrible fact that nationwide, the largest mental health facilities in our country are our jails and prisons. In fact, the numbers show that 80% of those that are incarcerated in our jails and prisons suffer from alcohol or other drug abuse, and approximately 40% suffer from some sort of mental illness. Again, we have to make sure that we decriminalize mental illness, because the fact that people are coming to our local Dane County jail because of their mental illness is borderline unconstitutional. We hire great deputies and we're going to get ready to open a great facility, but we are not mental health professionals. What we need here in Dane County is a full-time, no wrong door mental health facility for individuals going through all types of crisis, whether it's short-term crisis, long-term crisis, or whether someone just needs a sandwich and a place to sleep for the night. That's what we need in here in Dane County, because that would match our values. The fact that we don't have that, and many of our law enforcement officers are driving an hour and a half away to Winnebago, is unfortunate, and that is something I will continue to advocate for here in Dane County.
Okay. What other priorities do you have that we may not have already addressed?
Well, my top priorities going into the next 4 years, if I'm elected, is number one, public safety. People need to feel safe at home. They need to feel safe in the community, and their children need to be and feel safe in their schools. That is something that is our top priority in what our Constitution states that we're here for. Number two, I believe we have to address our staffing shortage. We are trying to keep up with the numerous deputies that retired over the past several years, and we just have to make sure that we hire, identify, and qualify quality candidates to replace those veteran deputies as they move on. I've set a goal of 50 deputies in 2026 for our sheriff's office, and our recruitment and retention team is doing a great job, as we've already hired 24 with approximately 30 in our current process, with one more process to go. Lastly, we have to decriminalize mental illness. The worst place we can send someone when that's going through a short-term or long-term mental health crisis is a jail cell. Currently, our current jail facility doesn't have a medical or mental health housing. We are limited to housing individuals in solitary confinement. That is what I feel is borderline unconstitutional and inhumane. This new facility will allow us to have an open concept, like an ICU for those that are going through medical or that need medical attention, as well as a mental health area for those that does not involve solitary confinement. So those are my three priorities moving forward, and I will continue to serve the great people of Dane County if I'm elected as sheriff.
What would you like to say to the viewing audience as we complete this interview?
I would like to say that it's been an honor serving as the Dane County Sheriff over the past 5 years. We've accomplished many things together and under my leadership. And for the next 4 years, I will continue to build relationships and solve problems through evidence-based decision-making and procedural justice. And I'll do that with the core values of character, competence, compassion, courage, and communication. We will keep people safe, we will hire qualified deputies, and we will have proper criminal justice reform and decriminalizing mental illness here in Dane County with me as your sheriff.
I want to thank Kalvin Barrett for speaking with us and thank the viewing audience for taking the time to know your candidates. I want to remind everyone that the primary election is Tuesday, August 11th, and the general election is Tuesday, November 3rd. Every election is important. Please vote. On behalf of Madison City Channel and the League of Women Voters of Dane County, I thank you for joining us.